priorities for Germany's gender equality policy objectives. First, care. Promoting women's economic self-sufficiency, decent work and equal pay for work of equal value, as well as high labour force participation of women, are very important to achieving de facto gender equality. However, to date, women and girls perform more than 75% of unpaid care work worldwide. The collection of data on time used in unpaid care work under the Time Use Survey Act has proven an essential lever for addressing this unequal share of unpaid care work between women and men in Germany. Based on the second National Gender Equality Report, Germany developed a statistical indicator on unpaid care, the gender care gap. It's calculated and published every year and serves as a solid basis, both for raising awareness on the unequal distribution of unpaid care work, but also to guide concrete policy actions. I therefore highly welcome this year's G20 focus on time-use data collection. As I already addressed the important topic of financial inclusion earlier today, I will not elaborate further at this point. Therefore, let me directly come to the third priority, the gender-based violence. I would like to genuinely thank the G20 presidency for your ambition and commitment to making progress on this matter. Women and girls in all their diversity have a right to live free from all forms of gender-based violence. Excuse me. Protecting all women against all forms of violence remains a repressing issue in Germany too. 1 in 3 women in Germany still experiences physical or sexual violence at least once in their life. Thus, the prevention of GBV is a priority for Germany, but we also need to ensure that victims and survivors receive the support they need. On Wednesday, I visited a Tutusela care center here in Johannesburg, and I learned about their beautiful vision: support the victims in their journey to becoming a survivor. In Germany, we have just reached a milestone in contributing to this vision. To ensure that all women have access to adequate protection and counseling, we have adopted the Violence Support Services Act this year. For the first time, victims and survivors will have a legal entitlement for protection and help. It enables all women to get the help and support they need, nationwide, at no cost and around the clock, no matter where they live, how much they earn, or what physical condition they are in. The German government contributes 2.6 billion euros in funding for implementing this act, and we really hope that this act will save lives. I'm also convinced that as the G20, it is our responsibility to continue to take further actions in all of the 3 priorities, nationally and multilaterally, with determination and unwavering commitment. Germany looks forward and stays committed to advance our collaborative work with our partners. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your national statement. We now give the floor to India, and India will be followed by Indonesia.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We extend our sincere appreciation to the Department of Women, Youth and Persons with Disability, Government of South Africa, for their warm hospitality and leadership in hosting the Empowerment of Women working groups. We also commend the Presidency's efforts in achieving consensus on the ministerial declaration and also for organizing the pioneering high-level dialogue on positive masculinity. Regarding care economy, Madam Chair, women-led development is central to India's journey towards becoming a developed nation, guided by the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Our multi-pronged approach aligns with the New Delhi Leaders' Declaration and Brazil's outcomes. India focuses on enhancing women's participation in the workforce through education, skilling, and employment, while expanding care systems such as creches, working women hostels, gender-friendly spaces, and stronger workforce safety laws. Women's labor force participation has risen by over 18% in the last 7 years and continues to grow. India regularly conducts time-use surveys to capture disaggregated data and unpaid care work, enabling evidence-based policymaking. Regarding financial inclusion of and for women, our JAM Trinity, which is Jan Dhan bank account, Aadhaar as a digital identifier, and mobile cell phone, It has revolutionized financial inclusion, linking millions of women, particularly from disadvantaged groups, to banking, insurance, and digital services. Over 95% of financial transactions are now digital, narrowing gender and rural-urban divides. India promotes women's entrepreneurship through collateral-free loans, market linkages, and networking support for women-led and women-owned enterprises. Gender-responsive public procurement and gender budgeting ensure equitable financing. The gender budget has increased in India at the federal level by over 466% in a decade, reaching US $51 billion. That is only at the federal level, similar amount at the state levels. Regarding gender-based violence and femicide, India recognizes that gender equality and women's empowerment are unattainable without safety, dignity, and freedom from violence for women. We have adopted a three-pronged strategy: strengthening laws to address new forms of violence, building support infrastructure, and fostering attitudinal change. Recent measures include 24/7/365 toll-free national helplines, 854 one-stop centers, and a cybercrime reporting portal. Investments worth US $1.3 billion have enhanced support for women in distress. India has also taken proactive measures for bringing in an attitudinal change towards valuing the girl child through a whole of government and whole of society approach, where the community ownership and engagement play key vital roles. India strongly supports the EWWG Chair's summary and commends the Chair's leadership. We reaffirm our commitment to advancing gender equality, fostering economic empowerment, and ensuring that no one is left behind. We look forward to continued constructive collaboration and to reconvening under US G20 presidency next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the national statement. We're moving on to Indonesia, and Indonesia will be followed by Italy. You have the floor. Indonesia, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Honorable Madam Minister. Excellency, this case and college, Indonesia extends its profound gratitude to South Africa for its honorable and hospitality of the G20 Empowerment of Women Working Group. Acknowledging the care economy, financial inclusion, and the elimination of violence against women and girls as essential pillars of inclusive development, Indonesia emphasizes the urgent need to strengthen the care economy. We advocate to innovate models such as community-based initiative to enhance access and sustainability, particularly for women in rural areas, women with disability, and those in the informal sector. Our national care roadmap aims to guide investment, support skill development, and promote decent working conditions. In terms of financial inclusion, Indonesia is expanding access to inclusive and affordable financial services for women and strengthening gender-responsive budgeting. Our support in focus on women-led MSMEs, rural women, and those in informal economics. Indonesia remains dedicated to eradicating violence against women and girls through a victim-based survivors-centered approach, and we are enhancing integrated local services and implementing national law on sexual violence to ensure timely and equality support for survivors. We endorse the zero draft of the ministerial declaration and propose enhancement in 4 key areas. It's adaptation of global policies, ensuring alignment with national and local context for culture and geographical relevance. Second, women's leadership in the green economy, emphasizing women's roles in renewable energy transition and sustainable agriculture. Third, sex disaggregated data, essential for informing policies and enhancing accountability. And fourth, women in peace building, supporting women as peace agents is crucial to building resilient and inclusive communities. Indonesia is eager to collaborate constructively with all G20 members to ensure meaningful and enduring outcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your statement. We now give the floor to Italy, and Italy will be followed by Japan.
Honorable Minister, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, let me express again my sincere gratitude to you personally, Honorable Minister, and to South Africa for this G20 ministerial meeting. The South African presidency comes in a very special year, 2025, which marks the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration and the Platform for Action. 30 years after their adoption, significant challenges still remain. The Italian government has taken concrete actions to promote equality between women and men and advance women's empowerment. We have invested significant resources to support these priorities, and we are seeing tangible results now. In recent years, a set of reforms has strengthened women's political representation at all levels, culminating in an historic moment in 2022, when for the first time Italy elected a woman as its prime minister. Italy has also introduced various measures to boost female participation in the labor market, including extended parental leave and tax incentives for accompanying hiring women. As a result, we have reached the highest female employment rate ever recorded in our country. At the same time, we will not stop supporting maternity as a free choice, also in vulnerable circumstances, and the right of every woman to have both a family and a career without having to choose between them. Dear colleagues, as long as women continue to face violence, true empowerment will remain out of reach. Italy has acted with determination. Our legislation is strong and comprehensive. Our anti-violence networks are fully operational and supported by the government, and the related helpline offers immediate assistance to victims. In 2023, the Italian Parliament unanimously adopted a law to strengthen protection measures for women. We have just adopted the new National Action Plan on Male Violence Against Women, and I am particularly proud to recall that on 7th March 2025, the Italian government approved a landmark bill introducing femicide as a distinct and autonomous offense in the Italian Criminal Code. The bill, which is currently under discussion in Parliament, provides that, and I quote, "Whoever causes the death of a woman when the act is committed as an expression of hatred, discrimination, subjugation, or as an act of control, possession, or domination because she is a woman, or in relation to the woman's refusal to establish or maintain an emotional relationship, or as an act intended to limit her individual freedoms, he shall be punished with life imprisonment." End of quote. Dear colleagues, as we mark 3 decades since the Beijing Declaration, within the G20 we carry a profound responsibility and a powerful opportunity to turn words into action. Italy stands firm by your side in this mission, confident that united we can make this vision a lasting reality. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister, for that powerful national statement. We now give the floor to Japan, and Japan will be followed by Mexico.
Honorable Chair, distinguished representatives and colleagues, I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to the members of the South African Presidency. Regarding the care economy, Japan is committed to reducing unpaid work. The monetary value of unpaid work has amounted to 20% of nominal GDP. Women spend 4 times on unpaid work compared to men. Such burden on women hinders their work-life balance and career development. We have been striving for a long time, and as a result of recent legal amendments, a range of measures have been introduced. The most notable changes include, first, establishing a flexible framework that makes it easier for men to take child care leave. Second, expanding measures for realizing a flexible way of working in accordance with CHILDS. Third, obliging employers to inform expecting parents about leave system and confirming their intention to take leave. Fourth, obliging employers to publish the rate of child care leave taken by employees. The acquisition rate of men's child care leave has significantly increased in recent years. While the rate in the private sector was only 3% 10 years ago, it rose to 40% last year. We are also making efforts to improve the working conditions of child care workers and nursing care workers. In promoting financial inclusion for women, we support female entrepreneurs through measures such as providing matching opportunities with investors and offering financial support. We have also established the facility for accelerating financial inclusion and executed initiatives to improve financial access in developing countries, targeting SMEs, people in low-income groups, and women. As regards to gender-based violence, due to the revision to the Penal Code in 2023, it was clarified that sexual acts committed in situations where free consent or decision-making was difficult constitute sexual crimes. The Act on the Prevention of Sexual Violence Against Children was also enacted in 2024. We are advancing a comprehensive approach to issues such as preventing sexual violence, improving victim support, and strengthening education and aware-raising. Regarding intimate partner violence, Japan amended the relevant act to strengthen countermeasures. Last week, the first female prime minister was appointed in Japan.